this is Mason Aguirre, 17 years old. By the time you see this, I'll probably be 18, but this is my first time.
Charisma, charisma, what? Charisma, charisma, who? Charisma, charisma, oh, wild in a zoo. Charisma, charisma, what? Charisma, charisma, who? Charisma, charisma, oh, wild in a zoo. Ain't that true? Sure, releasing steam like a hot spore. To the this and to the that and if your TV is broke, you get an antenna. Peace.
Hello, welcome to Mammoth Lakes. This is Mason here. This is where I live. My dad and stepmom moved me and Molly out here a couple years ago to concentrate on our snowboarding, and so far, it's paid off.
Jack the Mac, 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 Jack the Mac.
Oh yeah, that thing's full.
Skins go ooh over the Jack the Mac. J-A-C-K-M-A-C-K, how the that is that.
My home is wherever my travel bags are.
We all love Jack.
Said the girls, yes the girls.
Snowboarding's taken me all over the world, so I can't complain. I've gone to Japan, to Norway, to Switzerland, to New Jersey. It's not a country, but it should be.
This is my school here, and I'm going in to turn in my work, and we'll see what happens. When I'm gone on the road traveling, I have to make arrangements with my teacher to come to school, and sometimes that can be kind of hard if something gets canceled and I have to go somewhere else, but she's really cooperative with me and really awesome. Yeah, that's my report card. All B's. That's 3.0 student right there.
And now we're on our way to New Zealand. I'll be going to the New Zealand Open, where we're going to be competing there and doing a burn photo shoot, and I'll be working on tons of new tricks.
Say, buddy.
Let's go.
Start this one over.
He's never down for nothing.
He was thinking he could make it anywhere. He scammed the people in his town and didn't trust him. Now he shows up in your town.
I guess in the New Zealand Open, like, just getting an opportunity to do that is sort of a plus, you know? And I'm just here to, like, get ready for, like, the upcoming season and work on some new tricks and just kind of work on my riding.
When school is over, Mason Aguirre is not your average 9-year-old.
I just was, you know, a normal kid in Minnesota playing hockey just like every other kid. When I was like a kid, my mom always wanted me to like get into stuff like theater. Second grade, I like went down. My mom was like, "Hey," she's like, "You're gonna go try out for Winnie the Pooh." I got to roller Roo. You know, I had one line in the whole play when I sang "Happy Birthday" to Eeyore, and I had to go to friggin' play practice for 3 months. I barely snowboarded all that winter. I was so bummed. Wow, that was stupid. Like when I was all done, and then. In 4th grade, my mom was like, you should tap dance. You know, my brother started snowboarding, and then my dad picked it up and got me and Molly into it. Go out as a family, like on the weekends and stuff, and my dad would come up and see us, and definitely like brought me and my dad closer for sure. Dad, you should get a tattoo. And I said, I dare you. And then he got this little glare in his eyes, and so later that day, he got a tattoo, and I got a tattoo.
The DJ's pumping, girls gone wilder on the train.
He's like, man, I heard.
It's insane, I'm getting a little hot.
That's that story. That's that story.
Hey, Snowboard Mike. You driving that choo-choo, let us on, we wanna party with you. Ooh, I'm breaking a sweat.
Just started competing, just doing my thing, and then, you know, when I came to be about, 12, 13, I was like, wow, it'd be really cool to be able to do this like for my job. You know, me and my dad was like, oh, I wonder how those guys get in the magazines and how they just snowboard. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird now because, you know, it's like we're like in New Zealand with all these guys that like grew up with pictures of them on my wall. It's so weird, you know.
I think out of the whole Burton team, I think Mason's really one of my favorite riders just because he's got great style and snowboarding naturally comes to him, and that he's going to be one of the best guys out there pretty soon. I just love his attitude.
Well, you know, this is the end of a Hard day snowboarding. Well, not really.
He's so cool. That's what makes, you know, him such a good rider. I think that's what's going to set Mason apart from a lot of people, is that he's just so determined to get better at snowboarding and just to have fun and enjoy what we're doing down here.
I'm not the biz, but you caught the vapors. Rhyme stacked like
He can't do as many sit-ups as me, but his jackets are bigger.
strangle it, bash it and crash it, tangle it and dismangle it up. While you sip the cup of that night train, you're
He's got big jackets.
up with your cocaine, flipping a rhyme, switching a rhyme, lifting a rhyme, kicking a rhyme, sip a little wine, and like the sun I shall shine.
Here in New Zealand, it's actually pretty sweet. It's basically a bunch of kids in a house, like being messy. Just this stuff's everywhere, so it's kind of funny. And you know, you got Luke and Mikkel next door. It's pretty cool, but you know, you look at the kitchen and it's kind of a mess. Yeah, basically no rules, so it's kind of the dream life, you know?
New Zealand. I'm rolling out the carpet, pick the color of your liking. It's exciting when the writing is inviting and enticing. It's the icing on the cake.
Just like the US Open, the New Zealand Open offers 3 events. This time a slopestyle, a half pipe, and a quarter pipe. I wasn't really feeling the slopestyle, and I didn't qualify for finals. But my sister Molly got second in the women's, and my buddy Danny Davis got second in the men's, so I was stoked for them.
Hey, stay tuned. We're gonna do some more chasing Mason when we come back. Okay, welcome back, Mammals and Cats to Fuel TV. This is my firsthand. It's Mason Aguirre. I'm with my buddy Danny Davis, and we're at the New Zealand Open in Wanaka, New Zealand, and we just found out practice started like 10 minutes ago. We're gonna drive up there.
You're driving on the other side?
On the other side.
You know it's on the other side?
Yep. Oh. Wrong side. Alright, left is my right, your right is my left.
You're going up this super windy, it's like probably 20 switchbacks on the way up there, dirt road, and the whole time you're driving up, you can't see any snow.
We're rolling around in Wanaka where there's no snow, and then you drive up to the mountain, and out of nowhere there's this snowfield, you know, just a big half pipe and a quarter pipe and all this stuff. It's almost like surreal, like Wonderland. It's pretty cool.
Basically, why I've been in New Zealand is just to work on learning new tricks and just kind of getting better at snowboarding. Basically, I mean, snowboarding's a lot like golf. There's always room for improvement, whether it's in a half pipe or on the jumps or in the rails or whatever. There's so many things that you can learn, and just, you know, and even like style-wise, you know what I mean? Like, I could probably be able to do a trick to do with this grab that I've never done, you know, it might take me a lot more tries than it would with this grab or something.
Yesterday, he asked me, you know, how hard is the switch alley backside rodeo? And I was like, oh, dude, you can do it. Just, you know, look over your back shoulder and it's there. And, you know, I mean, then I look up an hour later and he's stomping them, and they're like the sickest switch alley backside rodeo I've ever seen.
So you drop in, switch on your switch toe side wall, and you basically ride up at an angle like you were gonna do a switch straighter, but then you'd pop off your back foot and kind of pretend like you were kicking this foot to this shoulder, and it kind of brings you around into a 540-degree rotation, and then you land, switch again. And basically, who inspired me to learn it was Danny Cass. I saw him do it in his video part last year, and then he was doing it at the US Open this year, and it just, I mean, it's super hard, you know? I mean, I maybe tried it like 30 times and got it twice or something like that, you know?
Yeah!
There it was. Oh, we got it. The hardest part about being a pro is having photo shoots. You sit around all day and wait to shoot. It's just tough. We drove through the mountains from Wanaka over to the west coast, and we're at the ocean now. Yeah, we're just gonna do a life shoot here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did some sheep chasing. That was good. Got in trouble. We fed the ponies right by the gas station. They were actually donkeys. I was feeding them barbecue chips. You want one?
He's casual. He's a really, really personal guy, very approachable. Has fun with his snowboarding. Travels the world with his sister, who's a pro snowboarder as well. And he's special. He's extremely talented, and he's one of a kind.
Mace, one more. Do something good, dude.
A unique kid, and I wish him the best for sure. And it's neat to see that the focus that he's put into his snowboarding, and actually his family's focus. So I hope it'll pay off.
Just trying to help out, you know. For the Olympics, I'm not trying to think too much, try and let anything get into my head, because I usually never do let anything get into my head. But you know, to be honest, you know, I really do want to make the team, and that would really be awesome. It's not like a lifelong dream or something like that, you know, like it may be for some people, because I just want to be a snowboarder and just succeed. But definitely, like, making the Olympics would be a big deal for me, for sure. I'd be super stoked, so I'm definitely gonna try my hardest and do my best. If I make it, you know, it's good, because I'm only 17 still and stuff, and I guess that's pretty young. But the next time the Olympics come around, I'd be like 22 or something. I'd still be like relatively young. So, I mean, if I didn't make it this time, it's like I still got at least one more chance. I've been watching Terrier since I was a little kid, because Subject Hawkinson was like my first video that I bought, and I think I was like maybe like 7 or 8 years old or something like that. So that was the only video I bought, and I didn't, you know, I knew Terrier was like a big snowboarder, but you know, it didn't really occur to me until I was older that he's like a legend in the sport. And so it's like to see like Nicholas Mueller come up like pretty young, you know, and he's like has a really similar style. It's cool to watch a video and see some guy, you know, do a huge cab 9 and like over a big cheese wedge in the powder, you know, but he does it like off a cliff, like in Switzerland, like this steep, you know, that's like way gnarly. No jump, just rides into it. Not a lot of people can just go hit it for like first track and just like do something like that.
Mason's amazing. He has this sense of self that not a lot of 17-year-olds have.
We started snowboarding together, and we were always like feeding off each other and stuff, and it was definitely pretty cool growing up and making it to nationals together, and now we're riding for Burton together.
Everybody needs someone to lean on, to get advice from, and being Mason's big sister, that's what I am to him. He confides in me when it comes to girls, when it just comes to anything.
You think you know. Just kidding.
He really looks up to my feedback and my advice on life.
The event I was most amped for was the quarter pipe. We had been hitting it all week at Snow Park when the weather was really good. But then, of course, the night of the contest, the weather had to turn super crappy. Very blustery, blizzarding outside, and the quarter pipe is probably really hard. And but I guess we're gonna do it.
We've been digging in a blizzard all day. We kind of came down to the last minute on this, like every event, where we were digging right up till, 15 minutes ago, we were digging almost till dark to get this thing here.
We got some rulers up here. We got Danny Davis. Abe and Elijah Teeter over there, the brothers. Let's see, Kevin Pierce and Luke Matrani, Jack Matrani, Wyatt Caldwell. So we're kind of all up here, just gonna shred tonight and have some fun, and so it should be a fun night, regardless of good weather, bad weather. And my sister's here too. Oh, hello.
Hi. And you're watching Fuel TV. Check out Mason Aguirre's firsthand.
Yeah, I've done the Arctic Challenge 2 years and Abominable Snow Jam 2 years. This quarter pipe contest was like my 5th one or something, so I've kind of been used to doing them and kind of what it takes to do well, because I've seen Travis Rice win multiple times. And basically I knew that for this one I just needed to mix it up and just do as many tricks as I could and land them all. And just be consistent to win.
It was really, really windy. really snowy, and one of those contests where they're gonna have it no matter what contests.
First of all, I had mirrored lenses for my goggles. I didn't have any other lenses with me. And they had the snow machines on, which was causing like a little bit of a mist, and then it was snowing, and it was foggy, and it was windy, so it was kind of bad.
And all of us were kind of like, okay.
And they only had the quarter pipe lit up and not like the whole run-in, so it was kind of sketchy.
Going into it, even before it, Mason was like, game on. Like, he was like, I'm gonna win this.
Kind of just tried to use that to my advantage, you know? And while everybody else was in a crappy mood about the conditions, I just tried to not let it bother me and just do my own thing, you know?
The interesting thing about quarter pipes is that usually the only time we get to ride them is at the contest. And there's only 1 a year, 2 a year.
So yeah, so definitely it's good to have quarter pipe experience because it's not something you can just roll up to and just be good at the first time because it's totally different. Like a big quarter pipe is totally different from like riding a half pipe because, you know, a half pipe wall is 18 feet as to where a quarter pipe's a 30-foot. Like, you know, it's like an oversized half pipe wall with a lot longer transition and, you know, and you have to go at it with a lot more speed than you would a half pipe.
And I was just kind of cruising, like I guess when you're feeling it, and when you're not, you're not. And I was just doing hand plants, and I realized that I actually wanted to try to go big, and I miscalculated balance and killed myself.
I saw these people like at the bottom of the quarter pipe, and I heard like, you know, Jay said, oh, hopefully Molly's okay or whatever, so, you know. I mean, but, you know, her nickname's been Crash ever since she was a little kid.
That was probably one of my hardest falls I've ever taken in the past 10 years, I'd say. I went up, over-rotated a method, and just came down right on my back edge to my head. And that was really scary. It really, really scared me. First thing I remember is Mason coming over and freaked him out. And it's a bummer because, you know, it was right during the contest. He asked if I was okay. He's like, do you want me to come with you? And I said, no, man. I'm like, go win it for me. I remember saying that. He said, it's like, he kind of laughed and kind of like shook his head. He's like, I'll try.
But then, you know, after hitting it a couple times, you know, I just, you know, knew it was time to get in the zone, and I don't know, I think I got a backside rodeo, a McTwist, backside 7, backside 9, backside 3, frontside 7. Yeah, I don't know, I landed on my trick, so that was good.
Walking away with first place in the Open, Mason Aguirre.
Yeah, so that was definitely cool. I was stoked to, you know, win. You know, it was my first win of my career, so it was kind of cool. It's kind of cool experience for sure. I was stoked. Yeah, so I kind of hurt my leg doing backside 9, so kind of bummed out. I'm pretty sore right now, but I'm gonna keep my hopes up for the pipe. But if worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna cheer on my friends. Hopefully it'll be a good contest to watch.
Yeah, for the 2005 Burton New Zealand Open. It's been a sick event, competitors from all over the world, run over 3 days, and the final tomorrow of the international lineup and the halfpipe's just going to be super. Welcome back, guys. Kind of jacked my leg in the quarter pipe last night, so I'm just chilling today. I rooted for my teammates, a little blustery, but you know, Danny and Kier and Ross, they're all riding really well. And, you know, I know Luke and Jack are going to put it together too, and Wyatt as well. Oh, windy.
I really wanted to be in the pipe comp, but it was cool cheering for my teammates. Danny pretty much killed it. He keeps getting more and more confidence in his riding, but the judges underscored him as far as everyone was concerned. So it came down to Ross, Louis Vito, Kier, and this Canadian guy, Crispin Lipscomb. Kier decked it pretty hard on his second to third run, and Ross was doing his own thing, saving his best for last like always. And Louis threw down an amazing final run. But Kier, like always, showed his experience and stomped his last run for the third place.
How's coaching today?
were kind of waxing my board and keeping it fast.
Yeah, no, but I was like in your head. I was dancing around in your brain. I was like third place.
And Ross nailed his run to take the top spot over Crispin Lipscomb.
Right here, we hold the gluttonous champion of the 2005 New Zealand Open halfpipe, Ross Powers.
Every run got a little better, started off pretty bad, and by the last run put it together and somehow won it. Yeah, it always feels good to get up on the podium and, you know, psyched to do it down here. And, you know, I'm psyched. You gave us all a break today, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Jeez. Good job.
Thanks, man. You too.
That's a wrap. 2005 New Zealand Open.
Last night.
Here we are, back in Mammoth Lakes. The Brothers Skate Park just got built, and we are just waiting for the snow to fall. Looking back in New Zealand, it was a great time. I won my first contest. You know, learned a couple new tricks. Got to ride snowpark for the first time. It was awesome. And definitely looking forward to the season coming up. It should be, I don't know, I'm a little nervous. You know, every time I think about Olympics and Grand Prix and contests, kind of get butterflies in my stomach, but it should be a good season. We'll see what happens. It should be interesting. So, thanks for checking out my first hand, everyone. I gotta go pack off to another location off in the sunset. So get out of here. We'll see you next time.
A perfect candidate for an SOS. Now you're humping to the bass beat thumping. The way you move is really something. Woo, you won't regret about the way that you feel when you're chancing it. That smile on your face means no more pouting. Listen to the crowd just screaming. It was my first hand. You driving that choo-choo, let us on. We wanna party with you.
Bloody rebel, mate. That was heaps of fun over here on New Zealand.
40. You driving that choo-choo, let us on. We wanna party with you. Hey, just give me some room. I gotta bust out my dancing move. Hey,
Samuel Jackson, it's my beer.
That's how we wanna party with you. Ooh, I'm breaking a sweat. This is the party that you won't forget.